pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo pour so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.
Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter.
This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. The drive will start with an option going left. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
Goes with the out route and completes it to Swift. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. They'll drop to throw. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, Charles, you look at this offense, they're the #1 seed, a Super Bowl favorite, but it's hard to avoid the topic that this is a rookie quarterback under center making his first ever postseason appearance. Any concern level there?
Well, I would think that we'd all have some concern because, you know, rookie quarterback, that's just not normal, right? But I think I'd be a lot more concerned if they were the 6 or 7 seed and had to go on the road and play in a hostile environment. What if it was cold outside? But here you got a guy who's been solid all year, led them to all those wins, a #1 seed. I think they have unquestioned belief in him. They also feel like they have a responsibility to help carry him along as well.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll set up a throw. And it's complete to John Ross.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And they convert on third with a gain of 22.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies doing 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. They find some open field here. They'll get it inside the 20. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down and put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know they didn't get it, but I kind of like the call. 2nd and inches, go right to the quarterback sneak. Normally, that should be executed better, shouldn't it?
I'm going to disagree with you. I don't like the call.
You don't like that?
That's just because they didn't get it, though.
Oh,
Hindsight's 20/20.
20/20 and never defeated.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Run now with a tight end Fant. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Noah Fant, a touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Seahawks 7, Lions nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Seahawks 7, Lions nothing.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he is going to have the Lions first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. They'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Robinson's got it. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw again. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He finds his man. It's Robinson.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Back to the running game with Swift.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Running right, here's Walker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They go play action here on first down. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
2nd and 5.
He completes this to Walker.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here we go, set. Shot, 17. Set.
Walker now on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
At the 17-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
So still 14 yards to go, second down.
Right, 97.
On second down, it's Walker. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They'll set up to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football open and drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
from the 13 now. They work on 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will score! Touchdown, Lions! Jamison Williams, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
2nd and 11. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Aiden Hutchinson. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Slot man moves right. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. To this point, they've delivered.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll find Eskridge here complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Rolling to his right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Trying the left side with Walker. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The drive starts with a completion left side. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. It's complete to Williams.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
They're going to look to throw. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
And we both know there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Four yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams, and that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they haven't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters, and this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th, but a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, You're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
On third down, here's Walker. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now a play fake here on first down. Completes it to Fant on the right side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Throw to Eskridge, complete on the out route.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll look to throw again. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble in second down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
On the counter, it's Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his second TD in the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. The Lions stay alive as we say thanks for watching and so long.